guys, it's Go Nissan Joe here, your source for everything you want to know about Nissan. Today I'm going to show you how to use the infotainment center or display on a 2022 Nissan Frontier. All right, so here are your settings, what they look like. So we'll go through them. Here is your big widget for your clock, your little widget for your clock, phone settings and sound settings. Phone settings, you can hit the connections display and it'll go right to your connections where you have your USB and all your phones that are paired. While you're here, you can, if you have more than one phone, you can select, do you want to receive phone calls from that phone or do you want to receive audio, Bluetooth audio from that phone? So if you have a spouse or a child that likes to listen to their music, but this is your vehicle and you want to receive the calls, you can do that. Or by default, if you only have one phone here, it shows for both audio and phone settings. So we'll go back. Quick dial is the same display for your quick dial that we created on the other shortcut, and you can go ahead and edit them as you like. Your phone book, you have all your settings for your phone book if you wanted to sort by last name or by your first name, depending on your preference there. Your text messages, you have text messages on, you can disable that. You have your text message ringtone from your phone on, you can disable that. You can turn off your signature from your phone right here at the display. You can turn on an auto reply, and then you can see what the auto reply is. You can add custom text messages for the auto replies down below there. So let's take a look at that here. I've added some custom text messages on there, and this is what all your fixed text messages look like. What we're doing in this screen here is we're editing the automated text message that people receive when they text you and you're connected to your phone vehicle. All right, so first one by default is driving, cannot text. If you wanted to switch it to anything else, you can do that there. Or if you have a couple different messages that you like to say, I always text my wife in the morning, tell her I love you and good morning. So you could turn those on. We're not going to do that because if I select I love you, every person that text messages me while I'm driving, it'll just automatically send out a text message that says I love you, which is not a bad thing. We could use a little more love in this world. Edit custom text. This is where you can edit it and you can add with your keyboard right there. Okay, you do have numbers and symbols, and another page of symbols. So that brings us to the last one, which is your automatic hold. If you turn this on, what this does is when people call you, you won't be, it'll put them on a hold. It'll show up on the display as they're calling you. You can answer it or decline it if you like, but if you don't want to fool with any phone calls while you're driving, say you have a client in the car, you're a realtor, or you are just chauffeuring people around, you don't want to be bothered with phone calls, it'll not play the ringtone through the audio system. See, like right now, my wife is calling me. So my wife was calling me and it interrupted the video. However, what it did when she called, it put her on hold and it displayed on the screen that she was calling. I could answer it or I can hang up. But otherwise, if you're listening to music, it'll continue playing your music when somebody calls you and you have automatic hold on, and it won't play the audio. It won't play the ringtone through the speakers. So that's what that does. Here's your sound. You could adjust the bass, the treble, the balance and the fade to the front, to the rear. You can use the bass enhancer. There you go. Why is this? Let's go back. Volume and beeps, you can turn those off. Let's go ahead and just turn them off because that is kind of annoying. You can adjust the audio volume if it's really low, or you could use this knob right here. It's the same adjustment. Your ringtone, if you have a phone that has a really weak ringtone, you could go ahead and make that ringtone louder than your audio system. Same thing with your outbound phone calls. Make them really loud if you're hard of hearing. Your clock, pretty self-explanatory. You could put it in 24-hour mode. You could change the format to, if you like to have the year first, you can do that. Or you could just set the clock manually. Right now, it is off. Today is the 8th or 9th, and clock is wrong. So there you go. Customize the audio menu. We did that in the last video. We could adjust your menu sources down below. Here are your options. It's just a matter of preference. Here we can adjust the system voice. We could change it to male or female.
Sample.
We could adjust the speech rate.
Sample.
So it's quicker, and adjust the voice prompts to be faster. So it's on, so they're short right now. That's a good one right there. The initial voice prompt, you could turn that off. Best match list to your phone book or your music commands, and then your audio device settings. Customize the home screen. That's what we've been doing. Display, you can adjust the display brightness right here. Contrast and black level. So that's the display that you're seeing. You could turn it off, or you could hit this button to turn it back on. If you're at like a drive-in theater, you want to turn it off, you can do that. Or we can adjust the display of just the backup camera. We could turn on and off the predictive lines. If those are in your way, you don't like that, you could turn it off. I like that Nissan gives you that option. And then you could adjust just the brightness, contrast, tint, color, and the black level of just your backup camera. So we didn't adjust any of the settings on our display. The display settings are still the same, but when we put it in reverse, our backup camera is a custom display. There you go. So there you have it. There are all your settings.